Hey, it's Adam Taxin. Hey, wait and talk to me in a second. I'm just doing the opening shot. Hi, Adam Taxin here in, where am I? Wilmington, Ohio, the place Glenn Beck adopted. How about that live stream we had? This one, yesterday was a disaster with that too. We don't know what it was, but there was incompetence we felt in the days beforehand. Today, everything seemed like it was going to be smooth. I put it in and then it just stopped. This is the problem with doing it as a, we're a small company, but we deal with people and they just basically stuck an Ethernet cable through the crowd, which I knew was a bad sign, but it worked initially, then boom, you did 360 and then it didn't work. So that's enough technical details. We do our best. Man, I do my best in terms of getting to these places. I'm seeing a lot of the country getting a lot of frequent flyer miles, but that's enough out of me. One thing I will say, however, is this was a kind of, we all love Trump here, right? But this was kind of a lame rally. It was like 20 minutes long. If anything, if you're going to have a Trump rally where the live streaming doesn't work, this was probably it, because it was short and the crowd actually looks a little disappointed. They're probably going to vote for him, but all right, that's it for this part. Post-game, Adam Taxin here talking with some of the people in Wilmington, Ohio, where we had kind of a disappointing rally. Low energy for Trump. What did you think?
This is my third Trump rally. I never get tired of listening to Trump. I like his message, and I think the fact that he just came from Cincinnati speaking at the American Legion convention early this morning and then coming here from that after being in Mexico yesterday, that might have had a little bit to do with it.
Right, but you will admit this was not a great Trump rally, all things considered. He was due for a letdown after all the great days. Okay, thank you.
But he's still great.
Oh, I agree with that. You know what? Did I even bring my microphone piece in here? Let me see if I even have it. I don't think I did. But speak loudly, please. Everything's been so crazy for me. You have a story to tell, and it's a sad story. We're going to start off with a picture. Tell us about that picture.
My name's Howard Berry. My son was one of the Fort Hood victims. I don't know how many of you can remember the shooting that took place on November the 5th of 2009. I've got some questions that I'd like to ask of Senator Tim Kaine. Senator Kaine, I wrote you a letter. I wrote every single member of Congress after my son's suicide in 2013. I also came to your office. And sir, I understand that you have a son that's in the Marine Corps. And I would like to know why you never stood up for any of the Fort Hood victims. Why you never did anything. There was not one Democrat in the Senate, that stood up for the Fort Hood victims. And these men and women who volunteered to defend our freedoms, and so many died, and so many were left behind. And you sat on your hands and you did nothing, sir. If this was your son here instead of my son, would you be sitting silently and doing nothing? That's what I'd like to have an answer to. All right, that's why I'm here at this rally. I'd love to have justice for my son. I was told he wasn't even there. How did I get this picture? How did I get this picture with President Obama? Someone can answer that. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, and we're sorry for your son's loss. And you know to find this on rsbn.tv. Thank you.
Hey.
And thank you for your son's service.
Thank you.
Adam Taxin, RSBN, continuing the post game here with two fans of RSBN. Tell us about yourselves, what you thought of the rally, and what you think of RSBN.
My name's Ron Fox. This is my wife, Susie Fox. We thought it was great. We got very close to Donald Trump, and we always can hear truth when he speaks. And we appreciate you guys, Right Side Broadcasting, being the ones to bring him out so all of us can see. You guys are a blessing to us.
What would you like to say?
I would say thank you very much to Right Side Broadcasting for allowing us to see President Trump and for all of the great things that you do. We thank you so much.
Thank you for your support. And let me just ask you one follow-up. What was the highlight of today's relatively short speech for you two?
He was early.
He really was.
Yes.
And I have a plane to catch, but I'll have no problem making that one. So that is always appreciated. Okay.
For me, the highlight is when he says, "I'm for your children. I will be there for your children, and I will take care of them in the future." I really, really support that.
Great.
It's for our children and grandchildren.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Adam Taxin continuing here with a couple guys from a Catholic school, Catholic high school in northern Kentucky, where unlike the young ladies in Everett, Washington 2 days ago, there's no ostracism for supporting Trump. Supporting Trump is cool, and believe me, these guys look like they're the cool crowd at school, don't you think? What grade are y'all in?
We're seniors.
Seniors, okay. Talk to me. What's it like being a Trump supporter who's a senior in high school and looking at a future? You can be serious, you can be fun, just be interesting, and just speak loud. Who's first?
All right. Well, I like it a lot. At our Catholic high school, my government.
Well, tell us your name first of all.
Oh, I'm Adam Conrad. I go to St.
Oh,
Henry
I'm an Adam
District High
too.
School.
Okay.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Actually, our government teacher at St. Henry District High School is actually running for state representative in Ohio. Matthew Wallert. Vote for Matt.
Okay. I
he's-
can't. I'm not.
Yeah. Well, he's a big supporter. He's a big Republican, so he talks to us all the time.
Cool. Oh wait, you had a different opinion. You wanted to say something there. You're
I
Sam.
don't think Matt Waller's a very big. I don't know. We
He's a
shouldn't.
Republican. He's a Republican.
I think I can tell you guys one thing. We have a national audience, and Matt Waller is not of particular interest to our national audience.
Yeah.
But let's keep going on. I asked you a question about high school. A lot of us remember our high school years, and often there are guys in more liberal areas than where you live in northern Kentucky, where the guys will pretend they're into liberalism because they want to get the girls. How does that work at your school?
We
That's
don't
not-
have,
that's
we
not-
don't have a say in anything that we do or say at our school, and we don't really care what they have to
We
say.
go with our own
because-
opinions, no matter what everybody says.
Do you have people who really like Hillary in the school? What's the situation like for them?
We have more Bernie supporters than
Okay,
Hillary.
what's that like? Like stupid people,
It's
or?
like, well, I wouldn't say
The ones that are like Bernie supporters, we don't like. They're not our friends or anything. Like most of like, not that we don't
Are they?
like them.
Are they?
We just
They're
don't
not
like
the
them.
football team, I would assume.
I'd say they're just. I'd say that the Bernie supporters at our school are just misinformed. Rather
Okay,
than
they mean well?
But Bernie
Yeah,
Bernie
I'd say they
Sanders
mean
is
well, they're
irrelevant at this point towards the campaign.
Yeah,
People-
but except for we want his voters.
yeah, we do want his
Yeah,
voters,
exactly.
but now the people that are 18 in high school that can vote at our school are all leaning towards Trump because of his policies on immigration and a lot. Like, we want to build our national defense. Like, I think we're all strong supporters on building our army.
Uh-huh.
So.
And our Navy, and our Air Force, and our Marines.
Our military.
I don't know if the Navy's so big in Kentucky. We're pretty
No,
far from water.
definitely not.
Future vet right there.
Yeah,
He's
so
going to the
I
Army.
am going into the military.
Oh, thank you
so
for your
I will-
future service.
Yes, sir.
How did you decide to go into the military? And were you a little worried about serving under, I guess, not under B. Hussein Obama, but also Hillary Clinton?
Well,
potentially?
I'm actually very worried that because I will be a combat engineer,
Uh-huh.
and I'm very worried that that Hillary will be our commander in chief. Like, that's my worst fear ever. Like, I definitely would. I would strongly support Trump in the military, and I could get behind what he says. So.
I think
All
Trump
right.
cares about our veterans more than Hillary.
Oh, that's for damn sure.
That's for sure. Trump definitely does.
I think he's
care
gonna
about
make it like
veterans.
a really big part of his agenda, and I don't think Hillary.
Are
will
you
care as
all
much.
from military families by chance?
My grandpa was a Vietnam veteran.
Uh-huh.
My great grandpa was a World War II veteran.
Mhm.
So I do come from a military background.
I have a dumb question. Civil War, like Northern Kentucky, which side was it on?
It was a border state,
Yeah, it was a
so
border
it
state.
was in between.
So we kept our slaves, but we didn't.
But we didn't
fight.
really
we didn't
have
fight
any
with the
involvement.
We didn't fight with the.
So like Delaware and Maryland and I guess
Yeah.
Missouri too.
Yeah.
So Kentucky was with the Union.
Delaware,
Okay.
I would say, was with the North. That was more of a northern.
Nah, they were.
Oh yeah, but it was a slave state that supported the Union,
Yeah.
like Maryland was
And
also.
Virginia,
I'm just trying to remember because I know Kentucky was a little more
Yeah.
vague than
Kentucky
other parts
was
of the
right-
It
South.
was a border state.
Right there.
Yeah, definitely.
What about people who say Trump is racist? He's only for white people.
I would not
I
say
think he
Trump
just
is
has strong policies on immigration. I don't think he's racist, and he's definitely been toning it back. But I get really frustrated with the people that says he's changing his policies. Just last night, he showed us that he's sticking with his policies. He's just toning it back a little to make it not sound so bad. He's really sticking with what he's saying on foreign immigration, and that will show in his presidency. I think it showed a lot of him to go down to Mexico and greet their president and form a relationship with them. That shows presidential candidacy. So
What did you think of the way he was received in Mexico? You saw the pictures?
yeah.
I think the people of Mexico are misinformed because of all the liberal media
Right.
that they probably see. So he's obviously portrayed as like a racist, trying to be Hitler and Mussolini. He's like, the people of Mexico don't know that he cares about them. He cares about them as much as he cares about us, because if he stops the illegal immigration, it helps them as much as it helps us.
Right, and Mexico, of course, has very strong control of its southern border.
Exactly.
And what was interesting to me is I keep thinking about any different segment of people, like whether it is African Americans, white Americans, women. I just think Trump likes any particular group more than Hillary does. I don't think Hillary likes anyone. I think she hates people and only is about how they are useful to her.
I think
she genuinely sees blacks as votes.
Basically, what she wants is what benefits her and will make her more money.
Yeah, she just gets paid off by all the big businesses, so she doesn't have to like anybody. She just has to do it.
And the countries,
she's told.
The countries that
Trump is informed by himself.
Countries that
See,
oppress women.
if she is paid by whoever, she'll take the money. It doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter where they come from. If they benefit her, she'll take the money. For instance, with Iran and the whole, the nuclear issue with her, she got the money from them, got the money from Russia, and she doesn't care. It's money.
Let me ask another question about northern Kentucky and the Cincinnati area. Would I be correct in saying that Anthony Weiner is extremely popular here? He has a lot of crossover appeal. He's a northern Kentucky kind of guy.
I think it's mostly because of his last name.
Anthony Weiner's definitely an interesting guy because his last name's Weiner, and he's had 2 sex scandals against him.
I think this is the third one.
Very interesting.
Well, what's funny about it is I don't even know if the guy got laid during all this. I mean, let's be honest. People are like, well, the situations between Hillary and Huma are not at all similar. I'm like, they are, because you don't know, like Bill with Monica, obviously there was something going on, but not necessarily the kind of thing that could conceivably conceive children going on. And Anthony Weiner, I don't even know if he got to first base with these girls. Northern Kentucky is kind of traditional. Like, guys, if you say, did you score, you're not talking about having like a baby on your chest and sexting with some girl, I would imagine. Like, I mean, if you said that, like, if someone said, how'd you do, like, in the weekend with that girl you went out with? Well, I went home and babysat someone and sent her a message. I mean, all right, moving on from Anthony Weiner. Let's be a little more serious. Hillary Clinton, I'm going to get really serious. When you look at how you have to apply, the law applies to you, and you'll be prosecuted if you do something wrong, which is probably the right thing.
Yeah. Yes.
But the law doesn't apply to Hillary Clinton or people like who give her a lot of money. And you guys, doesn't it make you resent that a little bit?
I do. That's annoying.
How can she be supporting groups like Black Lives Matter, having criminals on stage at the DNC?
Yeah,
and
having killed cops intentionally just because they're cops.
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's
well, I mean,
terrorism.
let's be honest. Black Lives Matter is not all for killing cops. It was just one particular wacko who did that, used it as an opportunity.
All lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, for sure. And what's interesting to me is the Democrats actually had the gall to complain about how last night, what's his name? Donald Trump, sorry, I am very sleep deprived. I'm totally pro-Trump. He brought out victims of illegal aliens. Hey, are you guys all fans of Donald Trump? All right, come on in here. You're all going to be on with Right Side Broadcasting Network. Wow, is there anyone over 21 at this rally? I thought Hillary's not.
I'm over 21.
Okay, and you can get in here too. The lady, we'll put the lady in the middle of all these young men. No, the middle would be right there. Okay, but we're gonna have to speak loud because I left the microphone in the car. I was in a rush. All right, I'm going to say something. First person to shoot up their hand when I think of something. When I say a certain word, and I'll point to you, and you say something in 5 seconds or less. This is for the post-game show on RSBN. First word I'm going to say is Huma Abedin. Raise your hand first. No one has an opinion on Huma Abedin. Go on.
Olympics.
What? Loud.
Olympics.
Huma Abedin Olympics.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's try.
Adele.
Who?
Adele.
Adele?
Yeah.
We're not talking about Adele on this show. Move to the side. Colin Kaepernick. What do you have to say?
I think that's a little bit ridiculous that he had the balls to sit down during the national anthem because we're all Americans. White or black, we're all Americans. Everybody here is equally accepted. And there may be some racists in America, but for the most part, I think everybody in America is accepting of no matter who you are.
Okay, next one I'm going to bring up is Bill Clinton. Oh, the woman, of course.
Monica Lewinsky.
Cheater.
I did not have sexual relations
You have
with
to
that
point.
woman.
You have to point. Try it
Yes.
again. You have to point right.
Yeah, you gotta.
You got to do the point thing.
Yes.
Start again.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Miss Lewinsky. I did not have sex with that woman, comma, Miss Lewinsky, so he could have a weasel word. Okay, let's move on. Hillary Clinton. Everyone, I'll just go in line
Hillary
here.
for prison 2016.
Corrupt. Criminal.
Liar.
Hillary for president.
Liar.
Liar.
Emails.
Deleted.
Right there.
What's up?
I like Donald Trump.
Okay. Staying
She
positive.
killed Harambe. She's just a human being.
Okay. Black Lives Matter.
Protesters.
I'm going to start with this end.
All lives matter.
Okay, that one's taken. None of you can raise your hand and say all lives matter. That's everyone. Too many people are saying that.
Okay.
And you can talk for 20 seconds if you want.
All right. Sorry, move on. I lost my train of thought.
A lot of people go a bit overboard with it. They riot and destroy things when it's supposed to be a protest to get, because there's a lot of racism places, so people protest to get equal with that, but instead they go overboard and just make it worse for themselves.
I mean, with Black Lives Matter is because they say that they stand for like black people getting killed, but like they only stand when a white officer kills a black person. Like there's deaths, there's like 40 something deaths every day in Chicago and not one protest like ever. It's only when white officers kill a black teenager.
Okay. Here's a question. Those who choose to dedicate their lives to military service or paramilitary service, which includes police, firemen, etc.
Military strong, honestly, because I grew up in the military. I'm a military brat, and so I'm all for the military. The police officers are out there to protect us. Granted, there are some bad ones, but you're going to get that anywhere. Just like we have, people who are in the politics that they're not good. And I'm all for saving our lives in the military.
Okay, we're going to wrap up and we're going to slow down. And I'm going to give every person who has a chance, who wants to say 20 seconds worth of something, just any message they want people, thousands of people to see about, this area, about we're in Wilmington, about Northern Kentucky, just Trump, anything that comes to mind, just one by one. I'll go down this way, and you let me know if you want to talk.
Ohio has been through a lot. Wilmington's been through a lot, but Trump will bring us back to where we used to be.
Make America great again, bring back our jobs, stop ISIS, secure our borders. Friends of coal, yeah.
I think if you're pro-America and pro-veterans, that you need to vote for Trump.
America was strong. It's kind of going downhill, and Trump has his eyes set on that goal, so I'm hoping he'll reach it.
I'll second all theirs.
Stop Hillary. Remember what Hillary caused Benghazi with the emails? Don't forget it.
You should not entirely believe the media. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yep. Trump is a businessman, and America needs that right now because we're about a couple trillion in debt, so we need a businessman in office. Vote for Trump.
And finally?
I think that we should, find a way in this country to, stamp out all of the ignorance, in politics and religion, because through that, I think that, we could, join together, stop hatred between each other.
That's right, bring God back into it.
Wait, I'll let you have that as the final word.
And bring God back into it.
Thank you all for talking with me after the Trump rally. And make sure to check us out, Right Side Broadcasting Network. I'm Adam Taxin. You can find me at Adam_Taxin on Twitter. And, remind me who you are if you tweet me. But more importantly, at RSB Network on Twitter. And we're on YouTube. You can just look up Right Side Broadcasting Network. You'll be shocked how many people watch these videos, including hopefully this one if we produce it in time. Or look at rsbn.tv. And thank you all for talking to me today. And it's been nice here in Wilmington, Ohio. This is Adam Taxin, Right Side Broadcasting Network, signing out.